Okay, my name is Tom Bailey, and I'll be doing some quick tutorials on how to use Kami to upload documents and to explain how this can actually be a great asset to you as a teacher. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is introducing you where you have to go. First and foremost, if you look on my screen, I've highlighted the URL. You have to go to www.kamiapp.com, spelled as it is shown. The other thing that you'll notice is in the upper right-hand corner, I am actually signed into my Foley Community Schools Google account. You need to have your Google account active in Chrome in order to make this happen, and it makes life easier if you're using Chrome for this particular app. So anyway, you go into kamiapp.com and you hit sign in. It's going to ask you at this point who you are, but it already detected that I logged in through Google, so it went directly to this screen right here. So as it turns out, the main functions that we'll be using in Kami are going to be to open from Google Drive and to open from a computer. As of right now, we do not use the features of Google Classroom, so we're going to disregard that here for our district. And last but not least, there's a new blank page. You can do that if you want students to work with literally a blank page. There's also a list of recent documents that I've used in Kami down here. You can see that I use Kami an awful lot. So anyway, this is the opening screen, but what you're going to want to do is learn how to upload a document to Kami. So there's a couple of different ways, and the first one is to open it from the computer. In fact, I feel like that's the easiest place to start. You can either click on this button right here, or on the folder button here where it says Open File, and then you can choose either My Computer or Google Drive. For today, I'm going to pick My Computer. So when I go to the desktop of my computer, I'm actually going to call the document that I'm also going to pull from Google Drive, and that is called ELA Grade 10 Unit 3 Lesson 10 Handout. It actually is from our English 10 curriculum. So when I click Open, it's going to upload, and it'll give you a warning screen that says, this file needs conversion to work in Kami. And so you say, yes, I would like to convert it. And it takes a second to think and process it. And then once it's done thinking, it will actually take you to the document that you're going to want to be using and working with. And sure enough, here it is. It's loading and it's opening, and there it goes. So that is one way that you can open up a Kami document. The other way, then, I'm going to actually open up this very same document, but from a different location. But that's how you uploaded the document from a computer. You can also hit Open File, and you can go to Google Drive. And when you click on Google Drive, it's going to see if you're logged into Google Drive. And as it turns out, I was already logged into Google Drive. And I happen to have saved the exact same document in Google Drive right here. So I'm going to pick that, and then I'm going to hit Select. And sure enough, it'll say this file needs conversion to work in Kami. I'm going to hit Convert. It processes. And it's thinking for a second, but given a little bit of time, it's going to open that up. So once this thing opens up, it's going to look at this, and it's going to say, okay, here's the document. Now, before I go any further then, why would you want to do this? Well, having documents uploaded in this fashion and having students fill this out replaces the need to print out paper copies of just about anything. And while there are times where I feel like it's better to learn and do things in analog, for the most part, when you're talking about things like this, doing graphic organizers and opportunities to embed images and stuff in documents, this might be the absolute best thing to do. And so it could save your district thousands and thousands of dollars of paper costs. I know that I've probably made less than 100 copies of anything this year. Like if you count all the times I even just printed something, Kami has taken the need away from me to give documents to students. So with that said, then over here on the left-hand side is the toolbar, and I'm going to preview each of the tools. And if you noticed, I actually was able to open and close a tool feature for that, and now I'm not able to do that. I'm going to click out. Nonetheless, when I click on this arrow, it widens this up, and it actually gives you the different menu options. So the top option is to select text, and we're going to talk about what those functions are in the next video. There's a dictionary function, and I'll show what that looks like in different documents. There's text-to-speech. There's different tools for marking things up. There's ways to insert comments, and there's different varieties of how to do that. Inserting text boxes happens there. For the math teachers out there, there's ways to actually insert symbols, and they have symbols like logarithm, the limit as such and such a thing approaches. They have the therefore sign, they have divide, they got all that stuff there. They have drawing tools, they have shapes, and then obviously there's an eraser function, and then there's ways to insert images. The signature function, I haven't had any use for that yet, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't discover that later. But that is the general layout and design. On the upper right-hand side, opening files, you can do that here. Sharing documents then. Well, how do you send this document to students? You actually have to share it with them. In order to do so, you simply click on this button right here, and this dialog box will turn up. And basically then you can click, and in this case, anyone with the link will get their own copy uploaded to their Google Drive. And if they simply go to that hyperlink, they would be able to get their own version and mark it up. There's other situations where you're going to want students to share a single document, and that's where you click anyone with the link can annotate. And in that case, any student that is on that link can actually annotate it, and you'll be able to see them annotating it there. But for the case of most of the assignments you're going to do, you want to click anyone with the link can get their own copy uploaded to Google Drive. So that is how you open, and that is how the layout and design of this this Candy app thing works. And then this is how you would actually share a document with students by sending them that hyperlink. You can actually send them that hyperlink in PowerSchool, and that's a pretty easy thing to do. But I'm going to go ahead and close this and get ready for the next tutorial.